Let's just do a quick check to make sure we're A-okay here. Let's just see. All right, perfect. Hello, everyone. Welcome to PGR League Racing. I'm your host, Sidonian Muse. Tonight, we're going to be racing at Marina Bay here in Singapore for the 14th race of our season. And it's going to be it's going to start off as a wet race tonight. It's going to be mixed conditions, so it's going to be very exciting. We have a short qualifying session followed by the full race. Before we get into all that, we're going to have two quick player interviews with both Haas drivers. Doyle, who's gotten his first points in PGR past two races we've done, so he's been on a bit of an up streak so far, and same as his teammate Firewater, who we're also going to be interviewing, who is also, I believe, fifth in the drivers right now. So we're going to get both of them in here for some quick interviews. There we go. Sorry, folks. Just trying to get Doyle in here. Doyle is currently playing. He's going to be racing on PC tonight. So just trying to get him in here for the Xbox party for an interview. Followed by his teammate Firewater, who starting off first half of the season, both of them had it pretty rough. But as the season's gone on, they've both been improving and getting better, and they're both on the upswing right now. It's going to be very interesting to hear what they have to say. some trouble there. Having some trouble getting Doyle in here right now. Also, Firewater, I don't know what's going on. Don't know why they're taking so long. Let me make the party. Oh, the party is open. It's not even on invite only. Oh. It is joinable. There we go. Oh. Don't know what's going on, folks. With Doyle here. Trying to get him in here for this interview. Hello. All good. Let me just make sure I can hear you on stream. Make sure you get your audio included there in the party. Just doing a double check. Yeah, let me see there. Yeah, let me just
Okay, there we go.
Oh, you got it included there now, do you?
Yep.
Okay. Just want to see if I... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Gotcha. Perfect. Hi, man. Haven't had a chance to interview you yet this season, but now it's the perfect time, I guess, because I was just telling the stream. You just scored... You've been doing pretty good past 2 races. You've scored points. So obviously, you know, you haven't been with the league like super long. How have you felt about your time so far with us with PGR racing here?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, I got my whole wheel and pedals and everything like that back in May, so I'm still very new to sim racing altogether. So it's definitely been a learning experience and learning how to race with other people on the track and really kind of pushed me to get my pace up, and it definitely keeps me using my my setup a lot more because I really want to catch up to the pack and want to get score more points.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. And speaking of which, since you've been generally like like we've seen like the improvements starting to come through over the course of the season as it's gone on. Just to help if there's anyone in stream who's like, thinking about getting into this or thinking about finally making the plunge into no assists and all that. Do you have any advice to help some of these people like improve?
Just do a lot of laps. You gotta practice a lot, and there's a lot of YouTube videos out there to show you the best racing line on every track and the best setup, so you can really kind of learn from those, and then practice the track as much as possible, and practice in time trial, but also in what's it called, the Grand Prix, so that you get the on-track experience with other cars there. So definitely, it's all about seat time.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that makes complete sense. And so as for tonight, like going into this track here, Singapore, how are you feeling going into it? Obviously, it is mixed conditions. Um, but how are you in terms of this track? Are you like a fan of this track, or is this one of your like, you know,
So
or are you not a big fan?
yeah, I'm actually, I haven't really driven this track ever before, practicing this week
Oh,
and today for it. But I like it. It's pretty complicated. I don't usually love street circuits, but this one I do actually really like. So um, the wet weather is really gonna kind of make things interesting. But definitely looking forward to trying to survive the beginning and the really wet stuff, and trying to make the best of it when the track is dry.
oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Mhm.
And before I let you go, just one last question there for you. You've been in this whole season so far. You've been in the Haas. How have you felt with that car in particular?
I actually have the Ferrari replica wheel, so it's exactly the same as the one that's in the Haas. So I like that about it, and
Oh, nice.
otherwise it's been fine. With the setups that I find online, you can get it pretty dialed in, and the rest of it's just up to me, which has been a little inconsistent this season, but definitely getting better with that. So that's the goal, is just try not to crash at all.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, man, and good luck with the race. Hopefully, you and Fire put on a good show tonight. Hopefully, we see some Haas up there.
Yeah. Well,
And
thank you.
points.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. No worries, man. That was Doyle, one of our Haas drivers. Great to finally get him in here. You have a chance to talk to him. So now, hopefully, before this, just near, we're gonna get Firewater in here now for hopefully get him in here for another quick interview, not too long. Just want to have a little chat with him as qualifying is starting. Obviously, it's all a bit weird with the weather, so people aren't going to be completely gunning it right after the start. He might not even, Fire might not even come out of the pits right away, so we shall see. We shall get Fire in here. So as we're waiting here, it looks like we were just talking about Doyle and Benzo, Vodka coming out, and it looks like Gray Bush is actually gonna be the first one out of the pits here, starting off. Right now it is soaking wet. Everyone's out in the full wet tires. So the most important thing for everyone, especially since I'd say this is one of the longer tracks in the calendar, especially with that in mind too, and one of the more technical ones. Just getting a time down alone would be very good because it's so easy to just invalidate or just like lose it here, especially in the rain. So Just getting a time on the board would be great for some of these guys. Sorry, I thought Graybush was first out of the pits, but looks like it's actually Doyle who we were just talking to. He's actually going to be the first one to start his hot lap, so we're going to hold on with Doyle right now for the time being. See, we already have someone going out there. It looks like Benzo Slice already gone way off on that first turn there. As we can see. Vodka Victory. Currently the fastest in Sector 1. See Doyle here now with Vodka just behind him. So we're going to hold on with Vodka here for the time being. It looks like Doyle's going to let him go. With Vodka continue on his hot lap. Ariel in Sector 2. Looks like that might have been Graybush there. Graybush a bit. Yeah, Graybush going, having some... Vodka's teammate Graybush having some trouble there. Looks like. And yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Firewater. I guess he's not joined for the interview. If so, for anyone who's been watching PGR so far for all of this season, something similar happened back near the beginning of the season at Canada. One of our drivers didn't show up for their interview, so retained the right to talk smack. As we see Graybush spinning and losing it there, that's not good. Doyle's going to get a time down. It's not going to be up there with Vodka's 159. Graybush has lost it again. And he picks up a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Slingshot, actually. Wow. The thing's not looking good for Graybush already here. Benzo, like I said, also only posting a 215. Had that incident at the beginning. So he's going to go again. Like I said, if Firewater doesn't show up for that interview, I'm going to have to assume that he came down with a bad case of Ligma. Which is unfortunate, you know. As we talked about before, Ligma is a highly contagious, incurable disease. Almost as bad as HIV. So, hope Firewater gets a swift recovery. Hopefully it doesn't affect his performance here tonight, having such hardcore Ligma. But it's okay. It's looking like he's in second there with 205 for the time being. Interesting. However, Graybush suffering again there. He's having a really rough time of things here tonight, it would seem, so far. And it looks like we have a host migration. That's definitely odd. Definitely odd Oh, and everyone's leaving the qualifying session. Huh. Slingshot, Slim, Badminton, everyone's leaving the qualifying session. So far in this entire season, I've never seen anything like this before happen during a qualifying. Obviously, we've had race restarts in this season. Most notoriously at Monza. Was really bad for it, but it would appear a couple of guys have retired and left the session, so I'm not sure what's going on here now. All I know is I see that here's Doyle as well, retiring. So I don't know if everyone's just quitting or what's going on here. Currently in the dark. Bit confused. Yeah, it would appear that everyone is leaving the session. I don't know if they need to host a new lobby or something. Not really sure. But, yeah. Guess I'll find out momentarily, I suppose. Okay, and it looks like I was correct. They are hosting a new lobby. For some reason. Don't know why I need to host a new lobby for a qualifying session, but I guess we'll see. Apologies, folks. Oh. Okay, that's reasonable. So as I just found out, apparently damage wasn't turned on for that qualifying session. Hence why Greybush was able to slam into the wall and be A-okay. So, yeah. So apparently we're going to be just restarting the qualifying with the proper settings. So apologies, folks. We'll be getting this underway in just a second there. So yeah, apologies, folks. We're just getting everyone back in here now. Hopefully, get this back underway. Fortunately, guys caught it pretty quickly. That would have been bad if we'd done the whole thing with no damage. So just talk about who's here tonight. Looks like we have about 13 drivers here on the grid tonight. Obviously, we have Stoney Stewart in the Mercedes. Has been having really good drives recently at both Silverstone and Hungary. So he's on the come up right now. We have Gator, who won Monza recently. He's driving with Slim for Ferrari. Like I said, Grey Bush and Vodka on Red Bull. We just talked Doyle with his teammate Firewater. He's terribly sick with Ligma. So everyone put your prayers out for Firewater. Hopefully he gets over his Ligma. Oh, it looks like he's gotten over it. Nice. Alright, let me make sure Hey, not much, just talking shit about you here. Let me make sure I can hear you there. Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm checking the stream. Just checking the stream there. Oh, I didn't... Here, is your audio included in the party there? Okay, let's see. Okay, because I still can't hear you on stream for some reason. Did you have to leave and join back? Is that what happened? Okay.
With that probably works now because the included audio is already checked for me.
Hopefully, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now we're
Nice. All right, we figured it out.
Now it works perfectly. Okay. All right, man. So obviously, I was talking about you saying that you've been on the come up recently. You had a rough start to the season, but now we're into the second half, and you've had more time with the game, and your results have been pretty good, I'd say, recently so far. How he felt about the competition so far this season? I was asking Abrupt about it last week, and he felt like it's been one of the more competitive seasons you guys have ever had in PGR.
Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. I mean, the competition has been great this year. The new guys that have come in, Vodka, Benzo, Gator, having Gator back. It's great having those guys that are really pushing the pace. Especially Vodka and Benzo. So the competition has been, I mean, this might be it's certainly one of the more competitive seasons of PGR that I've been a part of. If not, I mean, it might be up there as number one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially like all the different race winners we've had. And speaking of race winners, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the fact that if memory serves me well, I'm pretty sure you won here last season, pretty convincingly. Actually, I think you were like even faster than Pete here.
Yeah.
Last season. So obviously, you must be like myself, you must be a fan of this track, I'm assuming.
Yes, I do. I do like this track very much. It is a bit different in this car, and I think I've had a little bit of the audio problems the first 5 races, but then even since then, a little bit of a struggle adjusting to this car's performance. But I do love this track. For some reason, it suits me, and I hope to be up there in the front today.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully, we'll see. That'll be crazy. I'm kind of hoping that we'll see you win.
I appreciate
win tonight. Here, that would add another new race winner for the season.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say with the elephant in the room, is that I haven't won a race this year.
Now that is true, but you wouldn't be alone. I mean, we have amazing drivers like Larry, who's won several races last season. He's only won Canada so far this season. So it's like you said, the competition has just been extremely stiff. It's been real crazy, and we're here tonight racing these conditions. How do you feel about these conditions? Like I just saw the time on stream, Bad Madu just slammed to the wall there and lose his wing. It's pretty hectic out there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it'll make for a chaotic race, and I think anytime you get weather at a track that you like, it tends to, if there's a gap, it tends to widen that gap. So, hopefully it'll be a good race here tonight for Haas. Especially after Magnussen with pole. Gotta follow it up.
Gene's birthday today.
That's right. Gotta do it for Gene.
Yeah, right. So before I let you go, man, because obviously you gotta get out there on track and post those times, especially after that restart. We got, I believe we have like 8 or 9 races left in this season. We got tracks coming up such as like Coda, Netherlands, Mexico, etc. Is there any ones in particular? Cause you just said you're a fan of this track. Is there any other tracks coming up that you're really looking forward to?
I mean, Coda is always a lot of fun. I think we have Suzuka, I think, coming up the second half. That is one that I'll very much be looking forward to. Love that track.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. That'll be the last sprint race too.
Oh yes, that's right.
Of the season. So yeah, Suzuka's going to be amazing. It always is. I remember, Suzuka last season was one of my favorite races.
Yes. Yeah, it's always a good time. It's a great track,
Yeah, so that'll be exciting, man. But yeah, as I was saying, because I was just interviewing your teammate, good luck to the two of ye. Hopefully, you guys have been on the come up. He just scored his first points past 2 races.
Yes.
So hopefully you guys keep it together under these crazy conditions.
Yeah, my boy Liam's coming up. Watch out for him next season. Just keep getting better.
Yeah.
All right, Muse. Thanks, man.
Sure. All right, no worries. Have a good race.
Thank you.
That was Firewater, one of our Haas drivers. As you can see there, as I was just talking about him, Bad Madu is already out of the qualifying session with no time posted. Completely lost his wing there, and ended up having to retire from the race, unfortunately. And we had Vodka said in the first time here so far. Everyone seems to be struggling here. Vodka only one with a time down so far. Speaking of which, it looks like we're just talking about Doyle. Looks like Doyle's going to be crossing the line here now. Yeah, he's going to post a 2:09 the time on the board, regardless of the pace. At least it's the time on the board. So he will not be starting from all the way from the back. Bad Madu will. We also have Gator, who got close to beating Vodka's time, but just not quite. 8/10 short of Vodka's time there. Get some yellow flags coming out. Looks like Vodka's teammate, Graybush, really having some trouble there in the other Red Bull. We have Slingshot now, next time posted, 2:07.9. See anyone else coming around? I see Williams of Abrupt also having some trouble there. As Larry Alvatari comes around, he's going to post a 2:14, get on the board, but he's obviously going to go again. Larry's a perfectionist, definitely not satisfied with that. Definitely knows he can do better. But we're going to hold on with Slim here now for a second. He's coming around the final couple turns here on the track. See if he's going to post this time. See if this time posts for him. So that'll be a time on the board for him as well. But imagine he's going to go again. We also got Benzo right behind him who just posted as well. A 2:01.5. Still not up there with Vodka though. Vodka's still fastest lap for the moment. But we have all yellow flags out though. Some stuff going on with was that Gator having? Yeah, Gator's last time. Gator having some issues there. He does have a time down, so I think Gator's safe. He's okay. Not the worst thing that could happen to him. Next person to cross the line is going to be Doyle, who's actually up on his previous time. We're going to see him take the final turn here. Previously had a 2:09.6. Oh, but he goes way over there. I think that not invalidates his time there? No, it actually didn't. That actually didn't invalidate his time there. Nice. So Doyle posts the faster time there, 2:07.9. Good stuff to him. We're going to hop back with Larry now. Larry saving a lot of time. We want to see what he can do here in this final sector. Going under the bridge. Yeah, 10 minutes left of the qualifying session. And still half the guys haven't even posted times yet. Though Fire and Smoke and now Abrupt are all on their out laps now. I'm sure we'll see them post times shortly. But Larry is going to go over the line here though. Going to bring him up into 4th with 2:03. Not bad, not bad. Definitely keeping it competitive. I imagine he will go again though. Again, it's all going to come down to these conditions. Is it going to stay super wet the entire quali, or is it going to lessen up a little bit? We'll have to see. Maybe it is going to be entirely wet quali. As you can see there, Benzo with posting just a slightly, not even a full 10th faster, but still faster than Vodka there, just barely. Good stuff to Benzo. Again, these two, Benzo and Vodka, fighting for the championship right now. Both of them have just been neck and neck, trading wins. So this is a very important race for the two of them in terms of their championship chances. Because it's very easy for mistakes to happen and a DNF to potentially occur in this race. As we see there, Benzo. Like I just said, commentator's curse. I was just talking about DNFs. Benzo Slice is out of the qualifying session, messed up there in the first sector. So that's going to be his final time, 2 minutes. Basically a 2.6 there on the clock. That's the goal now, is to beat that time that Benzo has set. Will anyone beat it in the next 8 minutes? Let's see. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So in terms of championship, both these guys have been pretty even. Vodka with, I believe, like a 13 or 14 point lead on Benzo right now, which is not much. But if either of these guys were to DNF and the other to win the race, that would be a huge turnaround in the championship for the guys. As we see there, Firewater posting a 2:03. Moving up into 5th with his teammate in 6th currently right now. So both Haas's up there. Good stuff to see. As I mentioned prior, Gene Haas's birthday today. Happy birthday to him. Started the first American F1 team in years. So that's great to see. As we see here now, Smoke going around on a hot lap. Coming up to the 3rd sector here shortly. So we're going to hold on with him for the time being, see what he can do. Still yet to post a time. Teammate Larry currently up in 4th. Sitting in the pits. So as we know, Badmadu still going to be starting in last, but still 4 people left to post times. Smoke is going to be the first one. I believe that is Vodka just coming up behind him. Vodka is also going again. They're holding out Smoke here. Smoke looks like he's going to get a pretty good time there, and he does. Smoke posting a 201.1. Going to move him up into third. Vodka now crossing the line directly behind him. But Vodka is gone into the pits. Going to come back out again and try to beat Benzo's time on different tires. But yeah, great stuff to Smoke there. Currently sitting in third. Looks like he's going to be starting the race in a pretty good position, which is great because Smoke's had a pretty good season overall, but past couple of races have been kind of rough for him, so this could be the redemption race for him. Gator obviously not going to be caring about that time that much, but as we see, Abrupt gets a time on the board there as well. 2:04, he's going to go again, but that is going to put him in 7th for the time being. Now we're just waiting for Greybush and Stoney to post times. Greybush currently coming around. Hasn't validated the time yet. Let's see if he can keep it together in these final few turns. Get a time on the board. And he does. Good correction from Greybush there. Putting out at 2:07. So at least he will not be starting fully from the back. Anyway, he will be starting in the points. Looks like, unless Slingshot and Slim can get their times up. And we're on here with Stoney. Stoney, obviously Badmadu, no time because he crashed out. But Stoney, the only person left to post a time, so we're going to hold on with him here. Less than 5 minutes in the qualifying session now. No one has beaten Benzo's time yet, but Vodka is out. Going to be trying to beat it here now. Same thing with Larry coming out in fresh wets here now as well. Stoney going into the final sector here now. Let's see what he can do in this Mercedes. Yellow flag in sector 2 though. Looks like some trouble with the Red Bulls there. Stoney is coming around. And he is going to hop up into 5th with a 202.5 for now. Puts him up there with his rivals, Larry and Gator, who he's been up with in terms of pace past few races. So if Stoney can keep it together, this could be a great race for Stoney Stewart. It's just all going to come down to consistency. And we have Firewater also crossing the line here, but he is going to take 5th back from Stoney. Joins the 201 club there. And we have Slim, who's now looking like he's going to be starting from the back of Badmadu. Because this time that he currently has, he's not going to be able to post. He's going to have to go again. As we can see, Slingshot's also invalidated this time. Not a good sign for 2 of them. Greybush is not going to be able to improve on his time either. Vodka crossing the line. Vodka still not beating Benzo's time. Vodka is going to go again. So we're going to hold on with Vodka. See if he can beat Benzo's time here. But yeah, crazy. Benzo crashed out of the race, and still no one has beaten his time yet, with only 2 minutes 50 seconds left in the session. Coming down to the wire now. It'd be quite funny if Benzo started from pole after crashing out. As you can see here, AlphaTauri Smoke also about to cross the line, though he's not going to beat his time. So Vodka here now going into the 2nd sector. As you can see, Stoney's about to cross the line again. Yellow in sector 3, that was something going on there with the Ferrari. And Stoney does improve his time by a lot there. Good stuff to him. Moves up into third, actually. Only a couple tenths slower than Vodka and Benzo. Stoney really been on an upswing recently this season. We can see here now Vodka is directly behind Ferrari. Gator and Smoke have now pitted. It looks like they might just be taking their times here. Gator in 5th, currently Smoke in 4th. Great stuff to Stoney, though, moving himself all the way up into 3rd with a 2:08 time. Vodka is coming around here. Looking like a lap, but again, still not fast enough to beat Benzo's time. Vodka's only going to have like one more shot at this. On these 4-lap wets. This is going to be Vodka's last shot. And, yeah, now, earlier it looked like Larry had a pretty good time set, but now, because so many people have beaten it, Larry actually, this is going to be most likely going to be Larry's last time going around, and, Larry, unfortunately, still all the way currently down in 8th. This is his last chance if he doesn't want to start all the way down there. And that's going to be it for Abrupt. Abrupt retiring with 202, which puts him in 7th for right now. Not bad. A lot of other guys in the pits as well. Looks like Smoke, Gator, Fire, and Gravish are all sitting with their times. Same thing with Stoney. Stoney is done now. As you can see, Larry crossing the line. Larry moves ahead of Abrupt, but that's it. Only moves up into 7th. Only a couple drivers left on track now. Slingshot nearly hits the wall there. Trying to improve his time. Slim's lap's looking pretty much done here, unfortunately. So it's not going to be much improvement for Slim. And if we check in with Vodka, yeah, Vodka is done too. So it's only really Slingshot left across the line here. And unfortunately, he does not improve his time. So it's looking like that's going to be it for the grid here. So it looks like even though Benzo Slice crashed out, he has still managed to finish with a pole position here at Singapore, which is crazy to see that the man, he only got like a lap or two in, got this 2:05 time, just barely faster than Vodka, but even though Vodka had several attempts, Vodka was still not able to beat Benzo's time, so good stuff to him. Benzo Slice gets pole position. He'll be starting from the front for a full race, followed by his rival Vodka, fighting for that championship win. But like I said, anything is possible. Very easy to make mistakes here. These guys don't make a lot of mistakes, but if they're going to make mistakes, it would be tonight under these conditions. So this race could make or break the Drivers' Championship going forward. We'll have to wait and see. Depends who DNFs. But great stuff to Stoney, though. Also starting in 3rd in the Mercedes. He'll definitely be fighting up there. He's, as you can see, he's not far behind Vodka and Benzo there. And then followed by a lot of other guys too who all got 201. Smoke, Gator, Fire, and Larry there at the end. All got 201s. This could be a redemption race for Smoke and the Alpha Tauri team as well, who've currently fallen to 4th in the Constructors behind Red Bull and McLaren. So if they want to regain positions in the Constructors, this could be the race to do it. Obviously Ferrari, Slim starting all the way at the back with Bad Madu there in 12th. But if Slim can keep it consistent, and a lot of other people can mess up due to the conditions, Slim could find himself getting some points for Ferrari there. Right now, Ferrari currently leading the Constructors But some other teams, such as McLaren and Red Bull, are hot on their heels, though, so it's going to be rough. And obviously, still been an extremely troublesome season for the Williams drivers, for Badmadou and Abrupt. Both of these guys, especially Abrupt finishing third in the drivers last season, and this season he hasn't really been able to get much off the ground in the Williams, unfortunately. He went from the Red Bull to the Williams, and it's been rough. But Abrupt can be extremely consistent from time to time, so consistency could prevail here in the end. But regardless of that, folks, this is when the drivers like to take their quick 5-minute intermission to prepare for the race. So as always, I will see you guys in just a short 5 minutes time for the full race. And we're back just in time as the drivers do a quick little formation lap to set the grid. Let me just get my settings all set up there. Perfect. So, looks like it's still soaking wet. Everyone's going to be starting on the wet tires. But it's a 31 lap race. We'll just have to wait and see how it progresses as the race goes on. It's all going to come down to the weather conditions and when some of these guys decide to pit. It's going to be all about, I don't know if pace is going to have much to do here tonight. It's mostly going to be consistency for the weather and the strategy calls. Because overtaking is already hard enough here anyway, and especially in the wet. My goodness, yeah. Yeah, as we said, Benzo Slice starting from pole position. Gonna be interesting to see. You know, Benzo won last week's race at Hungary. Really strong performance there. See if he can do it again 2 weeks in a row. I would definitely keep the comp, keep the drivers competitive. Alrighty, here we go. And it's lights out and away we go here in Singapore, here at the Marina Bay Circuit. Let's go. We have Benzo launching off here with Vodka side by side. Benzo is going to pull ahead though. Stoney also going side by side with Vodka though. Both of them getting rather close there. Getting rather tight with the Ferrari of Gator there just behind them. Everything's super tight here. We got some action going on in the back here as Larry moves up on abrupt. Two of them real close as well. Firewater now also trying to move up in the AlphaTauri of Smoke. Stoney and Gator are going hard out of here. Looks like we got some contact between two of them. No one spins though. They keep it together. These things have shaped up. Slim is now at the back. Graybush currently in 11th. Unfortunately, Doyle still in the points for the time being, though. Doyle in 10th. Everyone getting a little bit of a gap between themselves now. Gator has managed to overtake Stoney, though. He's moved up into 3rd. But Stoney is just right behind him, so it's not a huge lead yet. See how it progresses. Smoke now, though. Smoke in 5th. Gonna want to retake 4th. Stoney. As we already... Oh, we have our first yellow flags of the race. Looks like something going on in the back. It looks like, yep, Doyle has lost it. Doyle spun there, went right into the barrier. Somehow his car is still functioning. It's going to be all yellow flags for the moment. Doyle is still in the race, though. Now, because of these yellow flags, allowing some drivers like Badman to catch up to Graybush. And it looks like, oh, and as the yellow flags go away, or as I'm just being told, was actually, because the game doesn't tell me, but apparently that was actually a virtual safety car. It would appear that Slingshot has already received a 5-second penalty for speeding under the VSC. So that's really going to hurt Slingshot in the long run, I would say. At the back, we already have Doyle pitting due to the damage he incurred there that caused the virtual safety car. Now up at the front, do the yellow flags. Vodka is a little closer to Benzo there, but both of them still taking it fairly easy here so far. Still a torrential rain. Absolute madness. Neither driver wants to risk completely losing it here. But we already have a yellow in Sector 2, and that's Smoke out of the race. And that's going to be a full safety car. Our first DNF of the race, and it's Smoke once again, just like last week at Hungary. So unfortunately, that adds to the total. That's another bad race in a row for the Alpha Tower driver, Smoke. Very unfortunate for him. He's had a great season so far, but these past few races have been real rough for him. So for the time being, it is going to be a full safety car. So everyone's going to get bunched up again while we wait for the restart. So now that Smoke is out, obviously Doyle had to pit due to his mistake, but Smoke, obviously Doyle is still going to be at the back, but that does kind of make Doyle's mistake less harmful on his full race there due to Smoke's DNF. Slingshot has also decided to pit, and he's already incurred a 5-second penalty, so now Greybush is currently sitting in 8th. Good stuff to him so far. But yeah, only 2 laps into the race, and we already have 1 driver out and a full safety car. We had a VSC and we had a full safety car already in 2 laps. That's how horrific these conditions are right now. That even great drivers like Smoke can easily get caught out and punished. And that's exactly what happened there. So that is now like the 4th race in a row for Smoke. Smoke, keep in mind, got his first podium in a long time at Jeddah. And now for the past 4 races in a row has not finished in the points. So very sad tournaments for Smoke here. This doesn't bode well for his second half of the season so far. But yeah, I would imagine safety car is probably going to stay out for at least another lap. As we can see here now, we're still in 7th. Bavender now in 9th. Let's move his way up a little bit. Since Slingshot and Doyle have fallen behind. So Doyle's race definitely isn't completely over yet. You know, lots of other guys could screw up and he could still end up in the points if he could finish this race. Anything is possible. Also, this could be a great turnaround for the Williams drivers if they're able to capitalize on this and keep it together themselves for the remainder of the race. As I previously said, it's been a rough season for them so far. Obviously, the thing to watch is going to be the front during this restart here momentarily, because Benzo and Vodka are going to be going at it once again, but now Gator's in third this time. So you're going to have a Ferrari also up in the mix. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Firewater, who we mentioned earlier during the interview, Firewater was the previous champion here last season in PGR. Firewater won here in Singapore, beating out Keith Newfie. He was even faster than last season's champion here in Singapore, so definitely cannot count Firewater out here yet either. Man's currently sitting comfortable in 5th. There's lots of racing to go. He could easily make his way up through the rest of the guys if circumstances work out for him in the Haas. So we're going to see, is the safety car coming in now? I would imagine so. Oh really? It's still not coming in. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. So it looks like it's still going to be another lap of the safety car as everyone makes their way around here. Doyle going to be more than happy. It's going to give him plenty of time to catch up with the rest of the pack. Though Larry making an interesting choice to pit here now. Is he going to be coming out on the inners? No, he's just going to be pitting for a fresh set of wets. Okay. So it is still not dry enough for inners. That's good to know. But Larry is now going to be at the back coming in for this restart. So I don't know. Again, it's all down to the weather, but that could end up being a really bad pit decision from Uncle Larry there. It could end up being really bad if it starts drying up quicker than he expected. Obviously, if it stays wet, this was a great decision, but if it dries up, this could be really bad for him, because then he's going to end up having to pit again. And then he's way behind everyone else. And his teammate is already out of the race, so he's definitely put himself in a rough position here for AlphaTauri for this race, unfortunately. I don't know if I would have done it. It's kind of a coin toss. No one else is going to be taking it. Looks like everyone else is going to keep going. No one else decided to pit. So we're going to take that. It's another position for them for the time being. Now we know for a fact the safety car is going to be in this lap. We'll finally get the restart. I wonder if we'll see any more safety cars this race. Only time will tell. Here we go, getting ready for the restart here. All 5 of these guys at the front are going to be neck and neck here. As you can see, it's a whole train of them. Here we go. Already, as soon as the race restarts, you already have a yellow flag going. Greybush losing the place there, I think. Actually, we have Slingshot. We actually have Slingshot going into the pits here now. So Greybush making an error there, and Slingshot going into the pits. So both of them have now fallen to the back. So Larry's already back up into the points. No big overtakes here at the front yet so far. Everyone playing their cards pretty wisely here. Not wanting to make any too risky maneuvers. But at the back, we can see Larry has already made an overtake there on Doyle, moved himself up into 9th. Trying to reclaim those positions he lost by pitting. Well, meanwhile, Gator is gaining on Vodka here. Obviously, kind of going back and forth. Some of these guys faster on a couple turns. Some of the others. Now, Vodka is actually right behind Benzo now, so I'm very interested to see if Vodka will go for a move on Benzo. If he is, I'm assuming he's probably going to wait until the end of the lap. But we'll hold on for the time being and see what happens. But Benzo's kind of just been easily holding the lead of the race here. Kind of just been keeping the train rolling here so far. See there, Greybush at the back now. He's also currently trying to retake the position from Doyle. Benzo posting fast lap of the race so far, 2:06. But if that dries up, obviously they'll be on if it dries up later on in the race. And I think Greybush looking like he's going to go for a move on Doyle there, but just runs out of time. Unfortunately, not able to quite get it there. Now, meanwhile, back up at the front. Vodka and Gator both. Vodka like half a second away from Benzo. Gator half a second away from Vodka. They're all about half a second away from each other. Anything can happen at any moment between these top 4. Firewater has fallen off a little bit though. He has fallen behind the other guys. But everything's still pretty close here at the front. If one of these guys messes up, it could be catastrophic. Try to recover those placements. Oh! Ooh! Vodka breaking way later than Benzo there. Almost had... That could have been disastrous. Almost a bit of contact there between him and Benzo. That could have taken both of them out there. It was very sketchy. Obviously now coming up here to the line, will be another opportunity to pass in this zone here. Stoney now taking fast lap 2:03.9. Still nothing. No one going for any moves there yet. Haven't been too many moves yet this race. Everyone's been playing it pretty safe here, I'd say. Though we do have Uncle Larry pitting again. Huh. Another pit from Larry there. Larry, oh! Larry has decided to be the first person to come out on the inner zone. And as we see, Stony Stewart is our next victim there. He's spun. Lost it. He's now fallen all the way down into 7th. Out of the top 4. He's fallen down with the rest of the guys at the back. Fortunately for him. So now both Williams drivers have definitely capitalized on that, moving up into 5th and 6th. And now it's... Gator's also fallen behind now a bit too, so now it's only really close between Vodka and Benzo there now at the front. And I was just saying before that happened, it looks like Larry has decided to be the first person to pit for intermediates. And looks like we have another full safety car. It looks like Graybush. It looks like Graybush lost it there. He's still in the race, but it has caused a safety car to come out. Whatever happened there, he must have. Whatever happened, he may be in the race, but he's definitely incurred some He must have incurred some serious damage to cause a full safety car to come out. But we don't mind, because that's going to bring everyone back to playing field. And some of the other guys, such as Vodka, we can see are also going to follow suit here now with Larry and Pitt. Yeah, so unfortunately Larry's been kind of screwing it up here on the strategy tonight. This is Larry's second pit already, and now another safety car is out, so... What could have been a really good play from Larry if it did start to dry up, it's now not really going to matter, because I'm assuming a lot of the other guys are now probably going to start to pit for inners as well. So, yeah, Larry's definitely screwed up on the strategy here, that's for sure. As we can already see, Vodka and Bad Madoo and most likely Graybush are all going to be coming out in the inners here. Yeah. I don't imagine the safety car will be as long as everyone, though. Due to the nature. But yeah, Graybush still in the pits. Must have sustained some serious damage. That had to be fixed. Slingshot. Also out on inners now. Yeah. If there's no other safety... If this safety car doesn't stay out for another lap, it's going to be extremely interesting. If not, I'm assuming a lot of these other guys are going to pit for inners as well. Now Gator is currently in second, sitting just behind Benzo. So, like I was saying, Larry Turd could have had the right strategy call, but as soon as he pitted, immediately a safety car, so very unlucky there. But nope, the safety car, it looks like it's still going to stay out for another lap. So I'd imagine the rest of the guys are probably going to pit for their inners. If that is the case. Yeah, we can already see a couple other guys going in there. Such as Firewater. Looks like Firewater and Abrupt have both now pitted. They're most likely going to be coming out in their inners. But most importantly, neither Benzo or Gator have pitted. So I don't know. Do they still think it's too wet for inners? Because Doyle's pitted. Looks like he's probably going to be coming out on inners as well. Same thing with Slim there. Yeah, all out on inners. Everyone on inners now except for Benzo, Gator, and Stony. I don't know if they really made the right call Right call there. This could really end up working out for Vodka. Because that's the thing, is it really still soaking wet? It doesn't appear to be as pouring as it was during qualifying. I don't know. See though. We'll see though if coming around these couple turns here, we'll know if the safety car is going to stay out for another lap or not. If it doesn't, Gator, Benzo, and Stoney might have seriously screwed up. Also, forgot to mention while we're waiting, that Benzo's teammate, Great Ace, is also not here tonight as well. Unfortunately, he's missing this race, so Benzo's also all by himself in the McLaren tonight. But no, it doesn't. Okay, no, so the safety car is staying out for another lap, so if I was Benzo and Gator, Stoney, I would definitely pit now. Yeah, like, I don't know, but as we see there, oh, Gator actually messing up there at the bridge under safety car. Huh. Gator actually making a little mistake there, which has dropped him down to 7th. And on top of that, he still hasn't, is he pulling into the pit lane there now? Yeah, he is. Yeah, so Gator dropped all the way down to 7th, and now he has to pit as well. Same with Stoney to get off these wet tires. But Benzo still staying out on these wets. Benzo currently the only driver staying out on these wets. I really don't agree with this. Benzo has held the lead so far this race, but I really don't agree with this decision. This seems like a really stubborn move from Benzo Slice, in my opinion. Like, he's had multiple opportunities to pit now for the inners, and he hasn't taken it. Like, I really don't think that was the right call from him there. I really feel like he should have pit by now. But sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment and you're holding the lead of the race, you don't want to lose it. And, you know, your pride gets the better of you. You don't want to lose. But that decision might cost Benzo Slice the win here tonight. We might see a ripple effect. I don't know. Perhaps not. But it's quite possible that him not pitting, because I'd imagine the safety car is going to be going in now. And it is, safety car is going in now. So yeah, Benzo is going to be on much slower tires here compared to the guys such as Vodka behind him. Vodka's definitely going to try to make a move on him here on the restart. I don't see why Benzo would do that. Why? Other than the fact that he literally was just stubborn. I don't see why. Like, there's no logical reasoning for staying on the wets here. Like, things are clearly starting to dry up a bit. I don't know, definitely some questionable strategies going on here tonight. Larry has moved up into 6th, though, from all this nonsense. Currently. His inners are older than everyone else. Here we go. We're going to have our restart here now. Looks like Vodka victory. Not able to get ahead of Benzo yet, though. Oh! But there we go. Right off the safety car restart. And Greybush is out of the race. There is a yellow flag in Sector 1. It looks like Greybush just immediately lost it. And it was literally just on the safety car restart too. But fortunately, I don't think there's going to be another safety car. I think we're okay. But Greybush is going to be out of the race. So there goes Vodka's teammate. Out just right there off the restart. Don't really know what happened there. I don't know if he lost it. If he got angled up with someone else. I don't know. Making some overtakes here. Again, Benzo slice. Oh! Stoney, Slim was coming back on track there. A little bit of contact between Stoney and Slim there. Stoney now going head-to-head with Gator. Both of them going side by side. Stoney here getting cheeky with the Ferraris. Kind of crazy to see there. That could have been really bad for Stoney and Slim. Doyle though, actual! And as we just swapped him, we caught a terrible accident. Oh my god. Doyle goes right into the back of Slim Thug. Holy cow, that was a bad accident. Whoa. Now we have another 2 DNFs. We just had Greybush DNF on the safety car restart. And now Slim and Doyle are both out of the race, and that's going to be another safety car. 9 drivers left in the race. Anyone who finishes the race at this point will get points. Wow, okay, so that's going to give Benzo Slice the opportunity to finally pit off these wet tires, I'd imagine. But yeah, something happened there with Doyle. It's like he didn't brake at all or something. Like, I don't know if his brakes locked up or if he just, like, I don't know. But Doyle slammed right into the back of Slim so hard that time that it instantly DNF'd both him and Slim from the race. Unfortunately. So it's been a real bad chain. It's been a chain of bad races for Slim recently. Slim getting caught up in a lot of dumb incidents. To anyone who doesn't know, Slim is the league admin. I would imagine Slim is not going to be too happy about that. Super careless there from Doyle. It's like, because, you know, if he had braked, you know, it might be like a little bit of a contact, but no, man, he went full force right into the back of Slim there. There was like no braking, like, at all. My guy, yeah, Doyle broke way too late there, that's for sure. And just completely took Slim out of the race. So wow. So not even halfway into the race yet, and we've already had 4 DNFs. Smoke way earlier. Greybush just that time off the restart. And that incident there with Slim and Doyle. So now there's only 9 drivers left. This could be a great chance for Williams to finally make a go at it here. As we can see, Badman in 3rd right now, Brockton 5th. Great opportunity for them. And it's also put Slingshot back into points. So if you're Slingshot, you're happy about that. But yeah, that's... Man, you really got to feel for Slim there. I mean, the guy basically didn't do anything wrong and just got... Oh man, Slim just got completely destroyed there, and it wasn't even his fault. It didn't even seem like Doyle was braking there. It's like he just went full speed right into the back of Slim. Like, that was a... I'm happy I cut to it, because I saw that Doyle was getting awfully close to Slim. So I cut back, and, yeah, that was something. It was like, yeah, that was a real bad accident. That's definitely one of the worst accidents of the season, I would say, personally. That was really bad. But yeah, so now we have our 3rd safety car of the race. I think it's kind of funny though, the second safety car was caused by Greybush not DNFing, but just having a bad accident. And then as soon as the second safety car went away, he immediately DNF'd. But yeah, this third safety car though, definitely understandable. Definitely needed after something like that. That was really bad. Definitely one of the worst accidents I've seen. I can definitely see why they both DNF'd instantly off that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the stewards have to say about that. I mean, clearly Doyle was in the wrong here, but it just depends on how strict. It'll be interesting to see how strict the stewards are in terms of penalizing Doyle for the next race. And the safety car is going to be in this lap, but yeah, that was shocking. I'm still not quite over that incident there. That was madness. But yeah, it's going to be interesting how they decide to penalize Doyle for that, if they decide to penalize him. But I feel like he has raced long enough now to where he should know. Play it safe there. I mean, yeah, the race is restarted, but that was like full throttle right in the back of Slim that time. There's no need for that. And as we can see though, Benzo has still stayed out on these wet tires. Like, what is this guy doing? If this works out for him, I'd be shocked, but I don't think it is. Like, I feel like he's making a really bad play here. I really don't understand what Benzo is doing here tonight. I don't know why he hasn't pitted yet. I feel like it's really going to backfire on him. Staying out on these wets for so long. He even had another safety car. He had another opportunity. He actually had another opportunity to pit for the inners if he wanted to, and he didn't take it. And now, Vodka's right behind him. Got a little closer, waiting for his opportunity to make a move. On Benzo there, we see Firewater, Bad Madu going side by side there. Firewater takes third from Bad. And Vodka is so waiting for his chance to get past Benzo here now. Oh, Vodka going for an overtake here right on the left side of Benzo. Crazy stuff, both of them going side by side, but Vodka does do it. Vodka takes the lead of the race. Benzo is still just right behind him, though. Even on the wet tires, but I'd imagine if you're Benzo is probably going to pit here, though, soon, I would imagine, now that he's lost the lead. Because, look, Vodka will start to get a gap on him here now. So I imagine by the end of this lap, Benzo's going to be like, yeah, I have to pit. Like I was saying, I don't get why Benzo didn't pit under that third safety car, even. You know? It started drawing up even more. As you can see here, Abrupt now losing a position to Larry. Their Gator is now moved up into 5th as well. All that shenanigans is going on. Now we have Gator just behind Bad Madu here going under the bridge. Gator going to make some quick adjustments there to avoid disaster. All three of these guys really close here. Gator now going for the move, though. On Bad Madu, though. And he does it. We have yellow flag to take the free, but yeah, Gator actually taking fastest lap of the race. Gator moves up into the lead for the time being. A lot of the guys deciding to pit, though. A lot of the guys have decided this is their chance for the dry tires. Vodka and Stoney going to be coming out on the softs. And Larry, Fire, and Benzo all coming out in the mediums. It looks like they've made their move. This is the time for the dry tires. Gator thought he was doing a good thing, taking the lead of the race, and he actually got played there by the guys deciding to pit. So, yeah, I would imagine, even though Gator is in the lead of the race, All 4 of these guys who haven't pit yet for the dries are going to be pitting here now. But as we see, Uncle Larry, similar to how earlier Slingshot picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding under VSC, it looks like Larry has now picked up a 5-second time penalty for crossing the white line coming out of the pit lane exit. So that's going to hurt Larry. As I was saying, yeah, so those 4 guys at the front are all going to still have to pit for their dry tires now that it's not raining. That was an amazing call from Vodka, Benzo, and the rest there. Great call to pit for the dry tires. I'm still surprised that Benzo stayed on the wets for as long as he did and didn't go to the inners, but it appears to have worked out from here, as it hasn't for Stoney. Stoney has spun now. He almost went right into the wall there. And now he's completely off track. Now Stoney is dead last. Right at the back. Gators now had to pit. Babinu posts the fastest lap on the inners, but that's not going to stick for long, I would imagine. So now, yes, now Abrupt and Gator have pit. And looks like Slingshot's coming in as well. Bad Madu, though, has decided to stay out another lap on these inners, though. I'm a bit confused there. But he has. Again, I think it's just first place syndrome. Similar to what happened with Benzo there. But things actually kind of worked out for Benzo there. Staying out in the wets. I was very critical of it, but it's not too bad. He's going to be there. He should... I'm assuming Benzo's going to try to finish the rest of this race on the medium tires now. So it looks like somehow Benzo Slice might have managed to do a one-stop here. Crazy enough. Really interesting strategy call from Benzo. Very surprising that he didn't pit for as long as he did. But appears to have worked out from. As you can see here now, though, Firewater awfully close to Gator. Both of them on the medium tires. Now we know Stoney is also, after Stoney's mistake he made there now. Slingshot is still at the back. Ooh, Firewater getting really close to Gator there. But yeah, Stoney is also gaining on Abrupt here now. But DRS zone, looks like Fire's going to try to make a move on Gator. Holding on for the onboard here. And oh, it looks like he does it, but Gator spins himself. Firewater didn't even touch Gator, and Gator just ended up spinning. So he's going to lose positions to several guys there. As we saw, while all that was going on, Stoney managed to overtake Abrupt, and now he's overtaking Gator as well due to Gator's mistake. Vodka has now picked up the fastest lap of the race, and Badmadu has finally decided to pit for his dry medium tires. Which I'm assuming a lot of these guys on the mediums are going to be trying to finish the race on them. Stoney picks up a 3-second time penalty. The question is, will Stoney and Vodka be able to finish the race in the softs, though? I don't know. I don't know about that. But now Gator has been forced. So due to his accident there, Gator was forced to pit again as well. Gator's now out on the softs. And Stoney is working his way up to the field, like we just said. He just passed one Williams of Abrupt. And now he's looking to pass the other Williams of Badmadu as well. And he does it pretty effortlessly there. Good stuff from Stoney. Yellow flag in Sector 2, though. Oh! And that's the Red Bull of Vodka victory! Vodka victory actually making a bit of a mistake there. A little bit of a spin. A little bit of a spin from Vodka. Interestingly enough. I don't know if there was a little bit of a puddle there that's still left over from the rain, but yeah. So now Vodka has lost the lead of the race to Benzo. And Benzo with the better strategy right now. This is set up to be a Benzo Slice win right now. As we were saying, yeah, Stoney with an effortless pass on Badmadu there. Passed both the Williams while we weren't watching. Gator's now all the way at the back. Larry is now currently in 4th, just behind Firewater. But they are ways away from the 2 in front, Benzo and Vodka. But yeah, Vodka had lead of the race there, but he spun in that 2nd sector. And now we can see Larry looking to make the move on fire in the DRS zone. Good stuff. Larry makes the move, though he does have that penalty. And now Stoney has caught up to Fire and Larry, so we got a bit of a train going here now. Like I said, 9 drivers left on the grid, though the rain is done. So I imagine we'll see a lot less mistakes here now that the rain is done. Hopefully we can get through this cleanly now for the rest of this race. Watching from Stoney's perspective here now at the back of this little group. But yeah, really uncharacteristic mistake there from Vodka Victory. Him actually spinning there. We haven't seen Vodka spin in a while. But everyone messes up sometimes. So Vodka has lost lead of the race to Benzo. He's not too far behind though, but again, it's going to be that softs versus mediums debate once again. Well, all 3 of these guys stay pretty close to each other here. Waiting to see if one of them will gain on the others. They're starting to get a little bit of a gap though. Hopping back up to Vodka now. Still can't catch. My host Slim has left the session since he DNF'd in the race. That was a new host for the session. Now we can see Vodka in the DRS zone, looking to make the move on Benzo Slice. And he does it. Vodka retakes the lead of the race just like that. Great move from Vodka there in the DRS zone. Pulling ahead, though he is in the softs. And the question is, will these softs start to wear out? Benzo's been driving pretty flawlessly here tonight. He's still just right behind Vodka. Anything can happen as Gator takes fastest lap of the race for the time being. Even though he's at the back of the pack, Gator is climbing. Wants to move his way back up. As you can see, we're going to the DRS zone here now. So I think Benzo's a little too far away though to make the move on Vodka here. Oh, and we see our next mistake of the night. Larry spins. So we just had a Vodka Victory spin. Now we have a Larry spin. So now Larry has dropped down to 6, just behind Bad Madu here. Bad Madu making a little swift overtake on him there around that corner. I like that. I like that from Bad. That was cool to see. But yeah, so now Larry has spun. Larry's fallen into 6th in between the 2 Williams drivers. And now Gator's caught right back up with Slingshot. Gator, I'm assuming, is going to make the move on Slingshot here shortly, and he does. Gator pulls ahead of Slingshot there with ease. Slingshot's been having kind of a rough race tonight. Stoney here in DRS zone. Not quite able to make the move on Firewater and the Haas there just yet. But he's right behind him though. Oh, as we see there, Firewater does slam into the wall there a little bit. I don't know if he sustained any serious damage or not. Another DRS zone here as well. Another perfect opportunity. Stoney hugging the right. Both him and Firewater going side by side there. Going around next turn. Both of them super close, but looks like Stoney has done. Stoney has made the move successfully on fire for the time being. Firewater trying to break a little later there, as you can see. But Stoney does have a penalty though. Firewater doesn't have any. It's definitely still possible for Firewater to have a good finish here tonight. Oh, but he does nudge another wall there, though. That's definitely going to cost him some time. As you can see here now, Larry's still just behind Bad Madu after his spin that he had earlier. Now his teammates out. Larry has to still try to get some points for his team here. There's 10 laps left of the race. 9 drivers remaining. Vodka now currently has the lead of the race. He has a bit of a gap on Benzo, but again, can Vodka make these softs last till the end of the race, though? That's the thing I'm unsure about. Because as you can see, Stoney has already decided to pit here. Stoney has decided to pit. He's coming out in mediums to finish the race. Interestingly enough. And as we can see side by side here in the DRS zone, Larry looking to make the move on Bad. And he does. Ooh. Weird braking from Bad there. His teammate Abrupt's now cut up to the two of them as well. But Larry has pulled ahead. Larry is up in 4th. But again, there are still penalties, so anything's possible. But yeah, Vaga Benzo now super clear from the rest of the pack now. Let's see here though. Sitting with the 2 Williams and Larry here still currently. Stoney just pitted. He's now sitting in 7th. I don't know if that was the right play from him or not. We'll have to wait and see. Gator now picking up 3 second time penalty as well, though. It's going to make his life a little harder. As you can see here, both Williams drivers just trying to secure points. There's such a huge gap at the top two. It's really just like a battle for 3rd here right now. The Firewater, after Stoney pitting, Firewater making that pass on Stoney. Firewater's now sitting pretty. Looking like Firewater could finish on the podium here tonight. Now Benzo is starting to gain a little bit. You know, as Vodka's tires start getting a little bit worn, Benzo is going to start gaining on Vodka here. Somehow Benzo's strategy has worked out for him tonight. He just has to retake the lead of the race from Vodka. He wants to win. He's just going to have to wait for his moment right now. It's just a waiting game. And another yellow flag. Looks like, yeah, another spin from Larry there. Another mistake. So now that's going to drop Larry behind the 2 Williams drivers once again. Unfortunately, that great for the Williams drivers. It's going to give them a chance to try to catch Firewater. If one of them wants to try to catch Firewater, get on the podium. They still have several laps to do so if they're able to. It is on the table, but we have a yellow flag in sector 3. Yeah, and that's it. We have a DNF. That's it. His third striker out, 3rd spin. And Larry Turd is out of the race. I'm not seeing any safety cars yet, though. It's looking like... Oh, no, but there we go. Yep, full safety car. All right, this changes everything. Vodka had like a 2nd half lead on Benzo. But now... it's going to be... There's decisions to be made here as to if we were to pit or not. 8 drivers left in the race, but yeah. So, both AlphaTauri drivers not finishing tonight. Not a great night for AlphaTauri. But yeah, Larry definitely looking like he could have still finished at least in like 6th or 5th, but you know, there's only so many times the game's gonna let you get away with that, you know. Larry had 3 bad spins there, and it just so happened that the 3rd one finally did him in. So unfortunately, it's gonna be another race that Larry Turd's gonna want to forget about. Him and his teammate, both out of the race now. Slingshot has decided to pit for fresh mediums. He's still at the back though, ways behind. Gator now out on fresh softs as well. And as you can see here, Benzo Slice has now decided to come into the pits under the safety car as well. Same thing with Vodka Victory ahead of him. Both of them coming out on fresh tires, both of them super competitive, fighting for the win here tonight. Both of them coming out on fresh softs, I would imagine. Yeah. I'll have to wait and see if anyone in the next train of cars decides to pit for their softs as well, or if they're going to stay out on their mediums. And yeah, it looks like Firewater's coming in for softs. Let's see if the Williams drivers are coming in. It looks like Bad Madoo's coming in. And he spins! Oh, and crashes! Bad Madoo is out of the race! What a fail. What an epic fail from Bad Madoo there. Another driver out of the race tonight. In such a ridiculous way. Oh my goodness. Oh, Bad must be furious from that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. As his teammate, Abrupt, and Stoney both pit as well. So that was going to be a double box for Williams there. Yeah, everyone's basically out on softs now except for Slingshot is on fresh mediums. Yeah. That is, that's going to be a rage quit from Bad Madoo there. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. So we already had Larry just DNF the race, cause the safety car to come out. And then under safety car, Bad Madoo goes to pit and he spins in the pit lane and slams right into the wall and DNFs. Oh my goodness. But it's going to be a sprint to the finish here at the end. See if the safety car is able to give the rest of the drivers time to catch up to Vodka and Benzo since they had such a gap to the rest of the pack. This might give the chance for someone else to fight for third over Firewater. It was looking like a pretty guaranteed third place finish for Firewater there, but this changes everything now. Oh my goodness. Only 7 drivers left on the grid here tonight. Goodness gracious. But out of all the DNFs tonight, that gotta be the craziest one from Bad Madoo. They're spinning and losing it all there in the pit lane of all places. You really gotta feel bad for no pun intended, but you really gotta feel bad for Bad Madoo there. I mean, he was driving pretty solidly there for most of the race, and then, of all places to lose it, he loses it there in the pit lane entrance. But yeah, 7 drivers left. We just saw Stoney, I believe, pick up another penalty. So let's check penalties. Yep, Stoney now has 6 seconds of penalties. So that might cost him position. We'll see. We'll see. Got another lap safety car here. As we can see, the guys at the front have all caught up now. Fire and Abrupt there have caught up. Shortly here, Stoney will be caught up as well. As you can see, he's basically there with the guys now as well. Only 2 guys left to catch up are Gator and Sling. Don't know if Sling's gonna have time to catch up, but Gator might. It's looking like a clear 7th place finish for Slingshot here tonight, but hey, that's still, you know what? That's still better than half the other guys on the grid did. So, you know what? We take those. And it's interesting that the Slingshot had a terrible accident here last season. Got caught up in this dumb bullshit with the sub-in Ferrari driver. Now he's been keeping it on track here tonight. Apologies, we'll wait and see here. Vodka still holding the lead. Like I said, Vodka still has to lead the race, though. Going into this restart. It's going to be fair game between him and Benzo for the win here. But yeah, it's been back and forth between the two of them tonight. For the first little bit when it was wet, it was all in Benzo's corner. And now since then, it's been in Vodka's. And it was definitely set to be a Vodka win. However, the safety car might change things. We'll have to wait and see. So everyone's caught up now to the rest of the pack except for Slingshot. So, for obvious reasons, unfortunately, Slingshot's call to go to the medium tires ended up being the incorrect one because, yeah, a safety car came out. At the time, you could see why he went to the mediums, but yeah, the safety car is definitely screwed over Slingshot there, that's for sure. But the safety car is staying out for another lap, though. Just giving them a little bit more time. Oh, as Gator decides to pit again. What's going on? Gator literally just pitted when the safety car started for soft tires, and now he's pitted again, and he's coming out on a different set of soft tires. Very confused what's happening there. I don't know. Maybe Gator is going to try to go for fastest lap. Perhaps. Gain an extra point. But that is now going to have him come out even behind Slingshot now. Though he is going to be on the faster tire, so he definitely could still regain the position from Slingshot anyway. So maybe if you're Gator, maybe he's just given up trying to gain positions and he just wants to get the fastest lap. I would imagine. However, the guys at the front definitely not giving up. Abrupt is now currently sitting in fourth. Definitely someone to watch here on this restart. Keep in mind, Abrupt, even though he finished third last season in the drivers, Abrupt has not had a single podium finish here yet this season. So if Abrupt could somehow pull something on Firewater and move up onto the podium, that would be crazy to see. But if not, a fourth place finish is still nothing to scoff at here. It's been an extremely difficult race for the drivers here tonight. And I'd imagine the safety car is going to be coming in this lap. Yeah, it'll be in. We shouldn't see any more safety cars for the rest of the race, fortunately. For the last 4 laps of the race, everyone's just going to be, except for Slingshot, is going to be on the softs, giving it their all. Like I said, I don't imagine the softs going well for Slingshot. Or sorry, the mediums going well for Slingshot here. I imagine Gator's going to pass him fairly quickly. But again, there are penalties, so it depends on the gap. There's only 4 laps left, and Gator has 3 seconds of penalties, and Stoney has 6. So who knows? Slingshot could still finish in more than 7th if he's able to keep the gaps up to Gator and Stoney. So there's an interesting battle going on there for those back 3 positions. But these top 4 right now, I mean, it's looking like Vodka is going to have a clear start from the front here. As you can see, safety car is in, and we are back on. Vodka's already pulled a little bit of a gap here. As we can see, Gator, just like that, just that quickly, has already overtaken Slingshot with ease. Soft's definitely much faster there. And Slingshot's mediums. As you can see, Stoney now just right behind Abrupt. All of them getting a little antsy here. Looks like Stoney wants to make a move on Abrupt here. He's going to go on the left. Not quite able to get there just yet, though. Gotta be real careful. Already had enough craziness for tonight. Everyone who's left just wants to finish the race, I would imagine, and secure the points. Oh! Stoney there having to make a recovery. He almost went right into the wall there. As you can see, Gator now just behind Abrupt and Stony. Waiting to see what happens with them. Vodka Victory still holding the lead of the race for the time being over Benzo Slice. Firewater has now gained a little bit of a lead on the rest of the guys, though. He's now sitting comfortably in third, has several seconds up on them. What can we say? Firewater, really good, really fast driver, really strong at this track, like we mentioned earlier in his interview. So now there's a clear divide between him and the rest of the pack. Benzo's now taking fastest lap away from Vodka, I believe. And yeah, we can see some moves going on here. Gator and Stony looking both still trying to pull ahead of each other and Abrupt. Slingshot picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that's really going to curse Slingshot there. So if there was any hope for Slingshot to potentially finish ahead of some of these guys, I think that's gone now. I think that penalty is the final nail in the coffin for Slingshot there. I think Slingshot's definitely going to be finishing in 7th. Oh, the 2 drivers go wide. I say it has 2 go wide. Oh my god, it's holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. We have another driver out of the race. Stony Stewart out there, went completely off, and that's it. He was going to have a good points finish, and that's another driver out of the race. Stony there. Wow. That's some commentator's curse right there, boys. Just as I'm saying, it looks like Slingshot is going to finish in 7th. Nope. Both drivers, Abrupt and Stony, went completely off track there. And unfortunately, it ended in disaster for Stony. And Abrupt's only 12 laps off, so I don't think he's going to be able to catch Slingshot either. Unless Slingshot makes a mistake. But yeah. So that's another driver out tonight. Stony Stewart also out of the race, so that's going to be no points for Stony. Wow, that was crazy there. Both Stony and Abrupt went off track at the same time. DRS is now re-enabled. Gator is now just behind Firewater. Now, though, Gator is now going to be fighting Firewater for podium here. Gator coming right up alongside. Firewater looking to make the overtake. Coming down the DRS zone, and he does. Gator pulls ahead of Firewater. Both of them are going to be fighting for the podium here, while Vodka and Benzo are fighting for the win. There's only 6 drivers left on the grid right now. Abrupt and Slingshot now currently 6th and 5th, clearly. If you're Abrupt, you have to try to make up that gap to try to gain that position on the penalties. If you're Abrupt, you need to currently fight to try to gain the gap on penalties. On Slingshot to gain that extra position, but yeah, crazy battles for third and first here right now. Front, yeah. So just as, like I said, just as I was saying that Slingshot couldn't get any higher than 7th, it's now possible for Slingshot to finish in 5th. Only 2 laps left if he can keep the gap to Abrupt. That is, though. It's all about that gap. But now another gap that's important to watch here right now is Benzo and Vodka. Both of these guys so close right now. We're going to be going into the final lap of the race here. This is going to be one of Benzo's final opportunities to pull ahead of Vodka Victory here, though. Most of the other guys, it looks like Gator has managed to pull a gap on Firewater, though. As long as he keeps it together, Gator could finish on the podium here, though. As we see a mistake, though. Firewater spins on the final lap of the race. Firewater spins going into the 3rd sector there. Which, yeah, that's definitely screwed Firewater out of any chances. And Benzo Slice goes into the wall! Benzo Slice loses it! Benzo Slice is out of the race! That's a DNF! Oh my god, we're only going to have 5 drivers finish the race. Benzo Slice on the final lap of the race was just behind Vodka Victory, looking for a solid 2nd place finish to keep him competitive in the Drivers' Championship, and now Benzo Slice is out of the race on the final lap. Just as I was saying, it looked like Firewater was completely out of the podium chances. Firewater's now back in. It's looking like it's going to be a clear win for Vodka Victory here, followed by Gator and Firewater in 2nd and 3rd. We only have 5 drivers left, Slingshot and Abrupt. Slingshot now still currently holding 4th ahead of Abrupt. Slingshot, though, does have free... We check the time penalties right now, though, while we're here. He does have 3 seconds of time penalties. Same thing with Gator. So if he loses a second to Abrupt over the course of this final lap, though, he could lose the position to Abrupt. But either way, 4th, 5th, whatever, these guys should just be happy to be finishing the race. So that's obviously not an L, but oh my god, terrible misfortunate accident there for Benzo Slice. It was super close between him and Vodka the entire race. And then Benzo just completely lost it there on that turn. And that was it. Holy shit. So that's, wow. What a race. You had so many DNFs here tonight for a multitude of reasons. Some from own personal mistakes, some from getting caught up in others' mistakes. But regardless, it looks like Abrupt has managed to claw back some of that gap. But is it going to be enough? It's going to come down to the wire here. It's a couple tenths off from the gap right now. But despite that, it looks like Vodka Victory, no surprise, is your race winner here tonight. After Benzo crashed out like that. Holy shit. Followed by Gator, who's going to be joining him with a silver medal here on the podium. And it looks like Abrupt was just barely not able to close the gap on Slingshot. It looks like Slingshot is going to finish in 4th, followed by Abrupt in 5th, and Firewater on the podium as well in 3rd in the Haas. So Firewater finishing with a Haas podium finish for Gene Haas on his birthday. Happy birthday, Gene Haas. 3rd place finish for Firewater due to Benzo's misfortunate accident there. Game's going to give Driver of the Day to Gator. I don't even know what to think right now about Driver of the Day. Lots of accidents from everyone there, all around, all across the board. Vodka himself even had a spin as well, and he still won the race. But despite that, Vodka Victory is your race winner. As he approaches the podium, we must think that he definitely deserved it. Didn't give up even after his spin. Crazy accident from Benzo there. Man's had a great race and then just lost it all in the final lap. So that is definitely going to increase Vodka's lead in the drivers substantially. At first, it was looking like the gap was going to stay pretty even, but especially with Benzo taking fastest lap. But yeah, that's definitely going to move Vodka up. That's going to, like I said this. What did I say at the start of this race? This race was going to be a big decider in the drivers' championship, and it has clearly. With Benzo's DNF. So, with the drivers who actually finished, like I said, we're talking about driver of the day, and I feel like if I'm going to give driver of the day to someone, I have to give it to someone who actually finished the race. So, as we saw there, Abrupt went off in the race. He went off the road there. Vodka had a spin earlier in the race. I'm trying to think of who. Again, the game gave driver of the day to Gator. I believe Gator started. Gator didn't start too far back though. Same thing with Fire. And Sling. Though Sling didn't really make any crazy moves tonight. There was some crazy action going on there. Man, it's tough for driver of the day between Gator and Fire, I think. Though Fire did have a spin there that cost him a little bit. Fire could have, Fire did have a spin there, so I don't know. Gator didn't really have a spin. So personally, yeah, I think I'm going to have to give driver of the day. Now that I think about it, I think I'm going to have to give driver of the day to Gator and the Ferrari. Good stuff to him. Getting good points for Ferrari, keeping them competitive in the constructors even after the misfortunate accident with his teammate earlier. But now, before we end off things tonight, we're going to have a quick podium interview with our podium, Vodka, Gator, and Firewater. Alright, let's try to get... find the other guys. Try to get the other guys in here. Fire, do I have Gator there? Do I have Gator added? Let me see.
That's why I was on his gearbox and learning the restarts and everything. I want him to push the gas.
There we go. Okay, I just sent Gator and our invites here. Hopefully we can get them in here. While we're waiting for that, do you get your audio included there, Vodka?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there we go. We got Gator at least, but I'll start by talking to you, my man. Good job, Vodka, on your win here tonight. That was crazy intense. Lots of crazy shit happened tonight. You kept it tight the whole time. Even after that spin, I thought it was all over then. You still managed to pull the lead back even after that. Yeah, good stuff, man. I'm imagining, was there any bit of a reaction tonight? Do you think we'll see a reaction in the highlight reel?
I did cheer a little bit when Benzo lost it. Deep down inside, it hurt because, you know, it sucks, man. It just completely sucks. My competitor lost the race because of a mistake instead of fighting me to the end. But man, after that spin, I just put my head down, and I don't know if I was just flying or if it felt like it, but I was just going, man, and I was ready to take those softs to the end if I had to.
Yeah, I was wondering about that the whole time. I thought Benzo was set with his strategy. I didn't really agree with his strategy early, but then it worked out because it looked like he could finish the race on the mediums. But no, you just kept it competitive on those softs, man. You kept them keeping up with even after they were starting to get degraded. You were still holding ahead of them. So
and then that restart, man, I caught everybody sleeping.
Yeah. You were already clear of that restart. Yeah, that very sad for Benzo because I mean that's going to give you a huge lead in the drivers now. So yeah, I even said before the race, I said I feel like this race is gonna make or break the drivers, and sure enough, we got a DNF from Benzo, which that does not happen. I think that's his first DNF of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty crazy. So good stuff to you, man. Another win under your belt. So but you're just trading back and forth, you and him. He won last week, you won this week. It's still going to be a close fight, I think. So good stuff to you, man. We'll talk to our next person here, Gator, who won Monza. Now you got second here. How you feeling, Gator? Also gave me in the game. Also gave you a driver of the day. You must feel pretty good finishing it after so many others didn't finish.
This.
Thank you, baby. I'm gonna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff, man. Definitely deserves it tonight. Like just to finish alone. I mean, only 5 finished, so that's yeah. So that was definitely the most intense race. I mean, obviously there was tons of safety cars, but at the same time, there was like you said, there were so many different weird strategy calls that people were making tonight. So it could have gone either way. I mean, like you said, Abrupt and Fire were right there. Like they could have, anyone in that top 4 could have made a move there, but you kept it together, you kept your composure, just like Vodka did, and you came out on top. So it's good stuff to you, man. And who knows, maybe we'll see another win for you before the season's out. It'd be nice to see, man. Keeping Ferrari competitive in the can't forget about constructors either. Gotta keeping them in the lead, I think. For the time being, anyway. Obviously, Red Bull is, they're making a bit of a climb. Same with McLaren. But yeah, do we have do Fire? Do either of you guys have? I mean, I sent him an invite on his Xbox account. Not sure. Okay. Yeah, and you were right. That was really rough for Stoney there, especially near the end. Like, yeah, could have easily had some good points there, and just that incident would have brought up there near the end. It was a lot of unfortunate stuff, especially your teammate Gator Slim. That was one of the worst. I think that might just be the worst. If I do a top 10 crashes at the end of the year, that might be number one. I don't know. That was really bad. Doyle just went full force right into the back of Slim. That was that was a really bad accident. You'll see the footage. It's like a car crash. Just happens in the blink of an eye. Let me see. Let me add fire there. Add fire water. Let's see if he joins. Just added him on Discord. I'm gonna put the party on. Maybe I need to have the party on open. If not, though, wait a minute or so. If I can't get him in here, no biggie. I did interview him earlier, pre-race. Wasn't even expecting him to be on the podium there near the end. Figured it was gonna be Benzo. But alas. So we'll just give him like a minute there. If he doesn't join, no biggie. Good stuff to you guys. Another exciting race. Despite all the safety cars, there's still a lot of crazy shit that happened, so kept things interesting. Lots to talk about during the safety cars. But yeah, I think we only have like 8 races left of the season now. Just coming down to the wire now. So next is Coda, Circuit of the Assholes. So I'm sure that'll be a interesting one. Oh yeah.
You too, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good stuff.
You too, man. Good
Muse,
stuff.
thank you as always, man. You're doing a kick-ass job. I know you prepare and do a lot of hard work for these streams before, during, and after. So thank you again, and thank you for Slim and PGR for letting us race every weekend.
All right, awesome guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Brazilian GP tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next week for Coda.
See ya, man.
Yeah. All right, and it looks like Fire is not going to be joining us for a post-race interview, unfortunately. Sad to say, that's all you can do. But good stuff to him regardless. Finishing for the Haas team, like we said. But regardless, I'm your host, Sidoni Muse. Thanks for watching. Join us again next time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday, for PGR Season 8. Like I said, next week we will be in Austin, Texas for Circuit of the Americas. Alrighty, have a good one, guys.